There are a few problems with that speaker at the back. You may be able to hear that. That certainly needs some maintenance. There's a lot of vibration coming from it. Hello and welcome to another video and to another organ. Today we're at St Mark's Church in Thornaby to look at this digital organ. As usual, please do consider subscribing. Please hit the like button if you like the video, and please leave a comment. Let's have a look at the organ. So this is a 2 manual built by Makin organs of Oldham in the UK. Round about the 1970s, about the same time that this church was built. As mentioned, this is a digital organ, the speaker of which is at the back end of the church, quite a long way away from the organ, which allows the sound that the organ makes to completely fill this church. And from an organist's point of view, that's really helpful because the sound can be judged along with the congregational or choir singing, and I find that personally really helpful. Let's have a look at the stops. So the great stops are here in the middle. Starting at the bottom, we have an 8-foot open diapason. We have an 8-foot raw flute. An 8-foot string, it's a gamba. A 4-foot octave. A 4-foot walled flute. We have a 2 2/3 12th. And a 2-foot 15th, which along with the 12th creates almost a mixture effect. And on top of that we have a 4-rank mixture. Let's just put those flute stops together and see what they sound like. We have 2 reeds on the grate. We have an 8-foot clarinet. And we have an 8-foot trumpet. Let's move up to the swell. We have an 8-foot Geigen diapason. We have an 8-foot hall flute. Another string, we have an 8-foot silitional. We have an 8-foot Vox Celeste. which goes very nicely with the solitional, creates that quite tremor in the sound. A 4-foot principle. A 4-foot harmonic flute. A 2-foot piccolo. A 3-rank mixture. And a 16-foot contra oboe. And the other reed is an 8-foot cornopian. Moving down to the pedal stops. Again, we'll start with the flue pipes. We have a 16-foot open wood. A 16-foot Borden. It actually sounds exactly the same. An 8-foot principle. An 8-foot bass flute. A 4-foot block flute. We have a 3-rank mixture. And reed-wise, we have a 16-foot fagotto. And an 8-foot clarion. We then have a set of stops which are labelled general, which in pipe organ terms I suppose is the couplers. We have a swelter grate, a swelter pedal, a greater pedal. We also have 2 tremulants, one for the swell and one for the grate. And we have a manual bass which actually creates chords for you, a bit like on an electronic keyboard. I wouldn't use that, but I suppose some people would. I suppose it serves a purpose. I personally wouldn't, but there we go. Moving down to the pedal board, we don't have any toe pistons on this organ, but we do have 2 swell pedals. One operates the swell, as you would expect, and the one to the left operates the grate, so effectively they're both enclosed and both controllable by swell pedals. The pedal board is a concave radiating pedal board. Moving on to some of these electronic switches and options here. We have internal, both or external, which controls the speakers. So the internal speaker quite obviously means that the sound only comes from the speaker within the organ itself, which is down here near the pedal board. We can switch it to both, which means that it comes from the area that I've just described and from the speaker at the back of the church, and the external, which is obviously just that large speaker at the back of the building, which is the one that I would use for reasons that I explained earlier. It gives a much better idea of the sound that the organ's making compared to people who are singing, so that you're not drowning them out or they're not drowning you out. We also have a reverberation, or 2 reverberation switches, both of which can be adjusted to allow the amount of echo that's created, how long the notes stay sounding. Currently it's set to max and to number 2, which means it's pretty central, pretty middle of the road. Also to the right here we have a transposition switch, or a transposer switch, which allows us to transpose without having to work out different fingering and different notes. So it will transpose up a third. And it also transposes down a third. So it's a little bit of a cheat that actually, but if you're playing a hymn that the congregation is struggling to hit the high notes, you can knock it down a tone or 2 tones or 3 tones, and vice versa. So this organ has quite a nice selection of thumb pistons. Both manuals have 6 thumb pistons which create increasing volume. Same on the grate. And we also have 6 general thumb pistons which affect all the manuals, again in increasing volume. So that concludes my short visit to this pretty nice digital organ. Please do leave any comments as mentioned. Please do consider subscribing and give this video a like if you like it. And I shall see you next time. Thanks again. Bye for now.